Outback Outdoors with Dave Baronio, Adam Wells, Jim Brennan, and Trevin Stoltzfus. Outback Outdoors is brought to you by Hoyt, Masio, Nikon, Wilderness Athlete, Bugling Bull Game Calls, Hex, Winner's Choice, and also brought to you by these fine sponsors. On this webisode, let's join Jim Brennan as he self-films his speed goat bow hunt in Wyoming.
Welcome to Outback Outdoors. It's August, that means antelope season for us. It's about the 20th. My buddy's been out here hunting a couple days. I just got here late last night. I've been running crazy all summer. Got a lot of antelope spotted. We're sitting on this little water hole. We jumped a buck and about 9 does when we came in to pop the blind up. He's working this hill between 2 different water holes, so we're hoping to get some luck tonight. It's not as hot, it's only in the 80s, overcast, so we're hoping they still come in to drink. But it's the first big game hunt of the fall, and I'm looking forward to it, so stick around, see how we do. This past August, it was about the 3rd week, it was time for antelope in Wyoming. I went with my good friend Dave Holder and his son Warren, and we met up with my buddy Jeff Seekitch. He lives there in Gillette. He had a couple places scouted for us, some good water holes, seeing a lot of antelope. It's a long drive from northwest Montana, but it was well worth it. We got there on the first day, and Warren and Dave went and sat in another water hole on this pasture, and me and Jeff sat in a different one. We were trying to cover one area with 2 water holes because there was a good buck working there with some does. Sitting there, it was about 10 o'clock. Here comes a bunch of does, and the buck came up over the levee. Instead of coming where the does drank, he dove off the left side and went around the far corner of the blind where I had no shooting lanes. I tried to get a shot at him, even knelt down in front of the camera, but I just couldn't get the angle right with him in the screen so I could get the shot on video. And he spooked because he heard me moving around, and he went back up on that levee. He was real nervous, and I didn't know if he was going to come back.
How frustrating is that? All those does drank on this side. He comes up the levee, comes over, and I can't shoot through the corner of the blind. The only place he can go that I can't shoot him at, and he goes 22 yards. I actually dropped down in front of the camera and tried to shoot out the front, but they were done drinking. Any other place he'd be a dead goat. Rattle my nerves sitting here for 5 hours again in the sun.
About 2 hours later, the same group of antelope came back. He's getting thirsty now. The does came and they drank and milled around. He came in off the right side this time, where I wanted him to come in, right around the little bank of the levee, and he was about 25 yards. As soon as he put his face in the water, I went to draw. He heard something or saw me move, picked his head up, and took off. He never got a drink again. This is the second time in the same day that I had a chance at this buck, and I couldn't get it done.
He heard me draw, and he's got 19 lives. I don't believe it.
I give up. I'm snake bit. Trying to self-film, make sure I had the camera on him. Got him lined up, go to draw, and he either heard something or caught my movement or just the movement of the blind, and out he goes. Now they just ran, another half mile going the other way. This buck has 19 lives. Now I'm pulling my hair out. I've had 2 chances today. I don't know if he's going to come back. The does have come back twice and drank, and he still hasn't, so I was using that as a good playing card. Hopefully he's got to get thirsty enough to just commit. About 6 o'clock, sure enough, here comes the does, the same place they came the last time. They came in to drink. He started his way in, and again, he was real nervous. It was pretty windy and the blind was moving. He's already been shot at from a blind before, so he's kind of educated. He was on pins and needles. Finally, he couldn't take it anymore. He had to commit to the water. And I knew as soon as he got to the water, I was going to try to shoot him. Holy shnikes. I had made sure he was in frame, drew back, and I hit him right quartering to me, right through the shoulder. And as you can see, he only went about 40 yards. It was an awesome time to get that buck. The third time was a charm for me. Waited 3 days for him. Self-videoing. I look up, here they come. It's a 6:45. Still hot. It started coming in. The sun's setting, it's setting in the blind, it's shining me. I purposely moved back about a half hour ago. I rearranged back in this corner as much as I could. He didn't like it, he started walking off, but the does came in to drink. And then he turned and he came in. He stood on the opposite side of the does, but I've had so much time to range every little dirt clump and wave and leaf and weave. And I knew he was right about 25 yards, and quartering to just a little bit, but I put it right on that shoulder and I followed him pretty good. And you see him tip over on camera. Oh, this is awesome. Hot, sweating to death, but worth it. He didn't go 75 yards out there as fast as he could run. Just tipped right over. My arrow's laying over there right next to that clump of dirt there. Glad to be out of that sweat box. I'm gonna go grab my arrow and go recover the goat. That is a hard-earned goat. And he is nice. Dirt on him. He's got some mass to him. Pretty good cutters on him. He's got these hooks, so he's going to score a little bit better. This side's broke off a little bit. But I had him come in 3 times today and got blown up 3 times. Finally, the 4th time was the charm for me. The same buck Warren missed a couple days ago, so I already texted him. He's not happy. But he killed a nice buck a couple days ago as well. Good shot, went through that front side shoulder there and came out about midway back. He didn't go 70 yards maybe. Out here hunting in Wyoming. Awesome trip. I love bow hunting. Texts are coming in. Let my buddy Jeff know. He'll be happy. He worked hard scouting and getting us set up out here.